Namaste, I am the Queen of Cups, Montreal. This week's reading will help you explore the deeper meaning of your dreams and the messages from Spirit within them. At this point, I invite you to ground yourself and focus on any dream or dreams that come to mind. Then pick the deck or crystals which resonate strongest for you. In the video description, you will find links for my spiritual services, healing crystals, and crystal pendants, and my social media. You will also find timestamps for your chosen reading, which you can use to navigate the video. Thank you for joining me. As always, love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Namaste, Amethyst group. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is going to be a reading for a dream that you've had recently, or not so recently, but that stayed with you, that's still resonating with you. You're not really sure what the purpose of it was. Maybe it's a recurring dream. Either way, I hope that you've come here with a dream in mind, and we're going to explore what the reason for this dream is, what the healing messages are, how it can benefit you. So as I said, I like to pick, in the past I've said this, I like to pick your path decks because you've been spirit led here for a reason, and it gives another energy. Picking the crystal or picking the deck gives another opportunity for you to let spirit lead you to the message that's best for you. Position number 1, what needs to be expressed in the dream? There's a desire here for you to start to develop more, manifest more in the material world. So there's an opportunity for greater abundance, or there's an opportunity for greater manifestation, or for you to develop something, receive something, could also be a gift. So something of more, of greater, some sort of level of abundance is coming forward. That's what needs to be expressed in the gift. What is blocking the message, or why are you not receiving the message in the real world, or why are you not receiving this message so readily? Why is the dream confusing you or not coming through clear? You need to get deeper in touch with your intuition. So it's my impression that there's a gift coming. Some may call it a miracle, some may call it a manifestation, but you need to get deeper in touch with your intuition in order to realize it. It's almost like your spiritual eyes are not seeing it. You need to shift perspective before you can see the way to your gift of abundance, or your change of fate, like for the better, or you need to go deeper within before you're ready to receive it. But I feel like there's a spiritual blockage here between you and some sort of material manifestation. Once again, we're going to clarify at the end, like I usually do. Position number 3 is what provoked this dream, what brought this dream on. So it's obviously about some sort of manifestation, something you're looking for. It could also be an earth sign, a male earth sign that you're hoping will come through. Or it could be a gift of abundance, a job opportunity, greater abundance, a money opportunity, a job opportunity, something coming through for you. This is the Son of Earth. As I said, we'll clarify it, but there's a spiritual blockage here. What provoked the dream? Your thoughts. You've been thinking about this. Okay, you've been thinking about this. You've been focusing on it. You've been trying to get a new perspective. Spirit's coming to you. It's saying, Amethyst group, it's coming. This is the way to get through it, but you have a spiritual blockage. So I do feel like what provoked it was you doing a lot of thought work on it, trying to get a fresh perspective, trying to see things clearly, trying to figure out a way to make this thing manifest. So this is what provoked it, your own wishes. It's an answer to your prayers. Your prayers are being answered. I'm just going to spread these out differently so you can see them as we go. Okay. And then what unconscious issue needs to be healed? So that makes sense. This question makes particular sense given that there is a spiritual blockage here. There is something that you're not quite ready to see in terms of this manifesting. you need a new perspective. This is the Ace of Air. So somehow what's being blocked is you're not ready to have this new perspective, not ready yet to have this shift where you're seeing things clearly the way Spirit wants you to see them. Could be you're doing a lot of mental work on it and you're just overworking it. I don't know who knits or bakes. You can really overwork something. Overwork the yarn, overwork the batter, and thoughts are the same way. If you keep going over it and over it, it's just gonna start to seem like mental mush. So you need a clear perspective. You need a new perspective. Stop thinking about it for a while, Amethyst group. Let it go. Spirit's already working. Spirit's telling you. I feel like your dream is telling you it's going to manifest. Don't worry about it. How to find resolution. So how do you find resolution? I think that it's pretty clear. Something's about to manifest, which we will clarify. There is a spiritual blockage, which we will clarify. You're doing a lot of thinking about it, maybe too much thinking, and you need a new perspective. So how do you find resolution in this situation? Follow your passion, follow your fire, follow your instinct, your inner wisdom, your sacred knowing, your inner knowing. This is the father of fire. Trust your gut a little bit more. I think you're trusting your thoughts, which is good. We don't want to be mindless about pursuing our life or our goals, but trust your instinct a little bit more. I think you're in your headspace pretty deep, and I think you need to follow your gut, your inner wisdom, your inner knowing, your personal truth. So that's how it's resolved, by trusting yourself and trusting your inner nudgings, inner leanings. Trust that. All right, I just want to clarify on what's going to manifest and the spiritual blockage, but I think it's pretty clear. It's much clearer now. I just want to get an idea. Once again, this won't resonate for everyone, but I do hope that if it resonates for you, you can share it in the comments or on my social media. What is going to manifest here? Yeah, I think you feel whatever it is that's going to manifest, you're feeling like you don't have enough, you're lacking. So this could be from an earth sign that is not giving enough of themselves. This could be a financial matter because it is the earth suit. It could be a professional matter, but it's something that's not manifesting. You're fearful that you won't have enough or you don't have enough. So let me tell you, Amethyst group, Spirit is talking to you through your dreams and saying you will have enough. Just change your perspective and follow your instincts. And this spiritual blockage here, look at that, medicine man. It's trusting that you have the tools, to accomplish what you want to accomplish in this situation, or cope with this situation how you need to. So to summarize, something that you've been waiting on, worrying about, this is what the dream's about. It's going to manifest. Spirit saying, Amethyst group, it's going to be okay. There's a spiritual blockage, and the spiritual blockage for you, like not being able to step into the next phase of this thing manifesting, is that trust yourself. You have the tools. You need to trust yourself more, that you have the tools and you have what you need to make this happen. You have the physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever tools you need, you got them. The problem is that you're thinking too much about it. What provoked this dream? You're doing too much reasonable thinking, logical thinking. Nothing wrong with a little logic. I mean, deductive and inductive reasoning is necessary for surviving. But you need a new perspective. You need to shift your headspace. You need to shift your perspective and follow your intuition and follow your gut. That's what Spirit's saying. Spirit's saying you're wanting to manifest something in the material realm, but you need to trust your spirit. So, you know how I always go, guys. When it comes to trusting your spirit, this is the tiniest piece of sodalite. I want you to get some sodalite. Personal truth. Stones, blue stones. Personal truth. You can also do lapis or blue quartz. You want to get in touch with your throat chakra. I feel like you need to clear your mind. So it's fitting that you are the Amethyst group. Amethyst can really help you with that. But also a little selenite as well. Clear the mind. Clear quartz is also very good. All third eye crystals and crown chakra crystals. Clear your mind And then finally, I want you to get in touch with your passion. A little confidence could go a long way here because you're not trusting yourself completely. So get some citrine or some tiger's eye. So there, you have some crystals for your crown and third eye. You're going to have some crystals for your throat chakra for personal truth, and some crystals for your solar plexus for confidence and decision making. Thank you for joining me, guys. With every reading, I like to send out a little namaste energy and love and light. I hope you received it today. I hope this makes your dreams a little bit clearer. Don't forget to try and start a dream journal. They're really helpful, and keep it by the bed if you're like me and forget your dreams. Most of your dreams when you wake up in the morning. Thanks for joining me, guys. Have a great week. I'll see you again next week. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is a dream interpretation. So I hope you brought your dream journal or a particular dream in mind to go over it and to delve into it and explore it a little bit deeper. Because we're gonna unpack it. What was your message from spirit? What was the purpose of this dream? All right, great. So position number 1 is what needs to be expressed. Why, with this dream you have in mind that you brought here today to break down between the two of this, what needed to be expressed? I think this is a situation of a lot of mental cloudiness or confusion. What's coming across to me is like you need to clear your mind. And that's sometimes how dreams communicate with us. Spirit communicates through dreams. It's saying like, clear your mind, stop overthinking things, or you're confusing yourself, or you're overwhelming yourself. So what needs to be expressed? That you need to slow your thoughts down and clear your thoughts too. What is blocking your ability to clear your thoughts and focus yourself, which is spirit's warning you against it. There's a lot of energy. Air is the suit of the mind. There's a lot going on mentally here, and you need to see clearly. And spirit's telling you, slow it down. But why can't you slow it down? What's blocking you? I feel like you're almost, this is a relationship. I almost said the romantic word. This is a relationship. Could be romantic, family, friendship. But there's almost this desire to not see things, or emotions are clearing your mind, or you're not wanting to see this relationship as it is. So you're almost blocking yourself up. And it's saying like, yes, you care about this person, or you have to see through the emotions. So yes, you care about this person or this relationship, but it's clouding your judgment. So I feel like spirit's trying to communicate to you through a dream by saying like, don't cloud your judgment with emotions. That's what's blocking it, is the emotional aspect. And once again, we'll clarify any parts that need clarifying. What provoked this dream? What provoked this dream about helping to clear your mind, or needing to clear your mind, or needing to see clearly? You've been hurt. Somebody hurt you. You know, and once again, you're not seeing things clearly because you care about them, or you care about their relationship. You're not wanting to see things clear, or you're not able to yet. Sometimes we have to get past the hurt before we can see past it. So spirit sent you that dream because you were hurt. You're not seeing past the emotion, and you need like to have a clear mind. What unconscious issue needs to be healed is position 4. Something needs to be healed here in the unconscious, the subconscious, to help you move forward and clear your thoughts and overcome this mental cloudiness. I feel like you feel the need to provide for people, or to be there for people, to create a loving space for this person or these people. It's almost like you have this always wanting to do the most for people, and to provide for people, and to be giving and generous, and And it's not always up to you to give and give and give, you know, and it's not always up to you to create a safe space. People have to be willing to create a safe space for you as well. It's not just you that is meant to do that. So as you grow into yourself, you're going to realize that it is a situation of growth and give and take. And sometimes when we've been hurt, we feel like, oh, I never want somebody to feel the hurt I've been through. And so we give and we create safe spaces and loving spaces, and we do all we can for them to never feel hurt, but then we don't see to our needs. Once again, I'm going to clarify all these cards. But how to find resolution in this situation? How do you resolve this situation of mental cloudiness, having to see clearly, having to see that sometimes you do have to put yourself first. You're not low man on the totem pole. Insight. So that's going to need a clarifier. But I feel like you need to grow a little bit, stretch yourself a little bit out of the comfort zone. And it's not like you need to grow. I feel like you need to give yourself space to grow. The growing's going to happen. It's just you need to stop apologizing for it. I'm sorry I'm taking time for me. I'm sorry I'm looking after my needs. Don't apologize for the space you need to grow and the love you need to grow and asking for the things you need to grow. So what needs to be expressed? There's some sort of mental cloudiness. There's some sort of mental interference and blockages. I feel like this is an issue of healing. This is the big medicine wheel. Something needs to come full circle. Something needs to change. Something needs to heal. Spirit's calling you forward to acknowledge your ability to heal, but also acknowledge that it's time to heal. And I feel like you're putting resistance on that. Spirit's saying it's time to change the situation. Let's fix this. What is blocking it? I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. It is love and emotion and the care you feel for this person or this relationship or this people. Yeah, so you feel stuck. You feel real stuck and you feel unsure of how to move forward because you care so much. Nothing wrong with caring. Never be mad at yourself or resistant to yourself for how you feel. What provoked the dream? You were hurt and you need to overcome that hurt. You need to overcome your hurt and your pain. You need to rise above it. Arrow is actually a sign of defense or protection. You need to learn how to protect yourself and rise above it and grow and protect. See how the flowers surrounded by the arrows? Protect your growth. Protect your space. What is the unconscious issue that needs to be healed here? Yeah, that you're daughter of fire, your passions matter too. That you have spiritual purpose, spiritual messages, spiritual things that you need to heed. That you have to honor your inner passion, your inner wellness, your spirit. And I feel like you're always giving to others. This is why you're coming across as the daughter and not the queen or not the father or the mother. And it's also because you're always giving in the place of subservience and giving and cherishing and taking care of. What about you? Kyanite group. I think this is a message to take better care of yourself. And finally, how do you find resolution? How do you get that space to grow? How do you give yourself space to develop? Start connecting. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Ace of Fire. Start connecting with your passion, with your purpose. Start connecting with what you want, your instincts, your leanings, your desires. Okay, so this is about passion and a new beginning. I think something's calling to change. It doesn't mean you have to throw out the baby with the bathwater. It could just mean that this relationship needs a change of course. Maybe it does need to end. This reading won't resonate with everyone, but I feel like whatever it is, whether the relationship needs to end or you want it to continue, you have to start putting yourself first. You have to see things clearly, get yourself unstuck. You've been hurt and you have to protect yourself. Use your better judgment apart from emotions or how you feel about this person and follow your passion and honor your passion and personal truth. Okay, so with that being said, I think that you need crystals for self-love. Unakite, rose quartz, rhodonite, hearing yourself. This is a common theme this week. Personal truth. That could be Amazonite. That could be sodalite, blue quartz, kyanite, personal truth. You need to hear it. And I just feel like you need some mental clarity. I want you to, maybe even some decision making. You know what? I'm going to give you the tiger's eye for a little confidence and clarity, individuality, willpower, self-worth. I want you to get some chakra healing stones for your throat to be able to connect to your personal truth. I want you to get some chakra healing stones for your heart. Connect with self-love, love of self, and nurturing of self, good self-care. And then I want you to get for your solar plexus, decision-making, confidence, willpower, and self-worth. Thanks for joining me, guys. With every reading, I send out a little namaste vibe and some love and light. I hope you felt it today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste. Namaste, Lapis group, Lapis Lazuli. Thank you for joining me. I hope you brought a pertinent dream with you today. As I mentioned in the introduction, we're going to look at a dream that you've had in the recent past, or a dream that just stuck with you that you couldn't quite figure out. And we're going to help you interpret it and break down to the message. This reading won't resonate with everybody, but take what you can from it. I hope it resonates with you, but take what you can from it in order to make the most of it. And I recommend starting a dream journal if you haven't already. A lot of times Spirit communicates to us through our dreams if we're just able to listen, or even if you look into a dream dictionary, that could help too. So this is something I do in my you know, as for my clients. I don't usually use tarot, but I thought in order to resonate most with, you know, as many of you as possible, I would do tarot. Position number 1. What needs to be expressed through your dream? That it's a good thing. Good things are coming. It's a time of health, abundance, well-being. Brighter days are ahead. It's a time of transformation and change, represented by the hummingbird, of persistence and resilience. You've made it through, represented by the cacti, and the sun, the eternal warmth. So there's good news coming. We're going to clarify these cards as needed, but I do feel like Spirit is trying to say to you through this dream is like, don't worry, good things are ahead, don't fret. What is blocking this new change of events, or what is blocking you from seeing that like good times are ahead? Maybe you're not seeing that things are changing, things are getting better, things are improving. I feel like you're in the state of kind of defense. Maybe you've been through some trauma or a recent hurt, disappointment, and you're kind of in this phase of what's next. What's next? You're symbolized by his bow and arrow. You could be on the defensive trying to protect yourself because you've been hurt, you've been let down, you've been disappointed. Life has gotten difficult for you. And it could be that you're just trying to get through, so you can't see the forest for the trees because you're still in protection mode. What provoked this dream to come through? I feel like you're in this phase of, yeah, you're starting to run out of fire. You're starting to run out of drive. You just feel like, what's next? When is the other shoe going to drop? You may have gone through a recently difficult time, and you're just feeling like, you know, I need some sort of sign that things will get better, or I'll feel better in my relationship, in my job, financially. You're asking for a sign that like things are turning around. What unconscious issue needs to be healed here? I think we touched upon it a little bit with the Son of Fire. Like, you don't have to defend yourself if there's no threat. But oftentimes victims of trauma or people who've been hurt often feel like they stay in protection mode. So you don't have to stay in defensive mode. What unconscious? So you need to honor your personal truth, your spirit. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to reach messages of spirit, and let your soul liven up. Let your soul breathe. Let your soul expand. Connect to your spirit. Connect to your passion too. Once again, we're going to clarify, but sometimes after a trauma or a heartache or a hurt, which is a form of trauma in itself, we forget to let ourselves be led by our instinct, by our heart, by our passion. We kind of get lost in trying to survive. It's time to thrive, Lapis group. I think your dream is telling you, like, it's time to take a deep breath. You'll be okay. There's something better coming. There's something that can be healed. Or there's something that we're healing, that we're working with you to heal. How to find resolution for this issue. I think the issue is that Spirit's kind of telling you you're not always in the battle zone. You're not always at war. There's not always something to be fearful of. And once again, this is not a judgment. I feel like oftentimes when we've been hurt, we're always like, when's the next hurt going to come? I'm going to be ready, which is prudent in some ways, but it can really stymie your growth and your joy. Find resolution. Connect deeper with Spirit. This dream came for a reason. It's telling you to allow yourself to be spirit guided. Connect with a spirit guide. I did a good reading, well, if I say so myself, I did a reading about spirit guides and connecting to spirit guides a few weeks ago. So connect to your spirit guide, connect to spirit, meditate, mindfulness, heal something in the spirit world. And I think that that's going to do you a lot of good, and maybe get more messages from Spirit. Maybe that's what you need, to communicate more with Spirit, so you realize that you're loved, that you're safe, that you're divinely protected, that you're cherished by Spirit. So we're going to clarify what needs to be expressed. I feel like what needs to be expressed is that things are going to be okay, that you're going to grow and heal, and that things get better from here. Yeah, and that you're going to be able to manifest. You'll manifest the future you want. Son of Earth, you will manifest the future you want and the things you want. But what is blocking it? I feel like the Son of Fire here represents that you're on guard. You're a bit on the defense. Nothing wrong with that. But I do feel that, yeah, it's like a Nine of Fire, inner strength. It's like you're so prepared that maybe you've grown a little bit, like some walls up or some barriers up, or like so steadfast, like I'm not going to let them get me, or I'm not going to be caught on guard. This doesn't have to be relational. This could just be like life has been giving you a few hard knocks lately, or like I said, trauma. So yeah, your strength sometimes is a blessing, but if it hardens you, it can become a bit of a curse. 3, what provoked this dream? I feel here it's saying it's a message that, okay, you've endured and things are going to get better. Yeah. See, you're growing. That you're growing, and there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, that through all your struggle, you're finding growth. What unconscious issue needs to be healed? This came up in the last reading as well. That you don't always have to make a safe place for others. That it's about also making a safe place for you and caring for your own needs. And finally, how do you find resolution? Through getting unstuck, through being spirit guided, through connecting to Spirit. Here you're kind of in torment, you're kind of stuck. And it's about shaking loose the confines that sometimes we put on ourselves. Sometimes the past or the trauma is placed on us. You know, I think that sometimes it's overworked. We feel empty and we feel hurt. So connect to Spirit. Connect to your inner truth. Connect to the healing that Spirit guides, the universe, your higher power has for you. So for that, I want you to show yourself lots of love and care with rhodonite, rose quartz, healing energy, love, unakite. I want you to connect with Spirit, meditation, mindfulness, astral projection, lucid dreams if you're on that level, amethyst, and welcome back, guys. We're having some camera issues today, but we will muscle through. So moonstone and amethyst for spirit connection and spirit guided, because I feel like you're feeling emotionally bereft, a little bit empty, a little bit exhausted. You're like looking for the end, and I also feel like you're feeling a little bit tormented, like where do I go? Spirit will lead the way. So get yourself some amethyst, some moonstone, and some labradorite for transformation. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Camera difficulties and all. There's going to be a few harsh cuts. I always send out love and light and positive energy with every reading, and I hope you felt that today with a little namaste spirit. I look forward to connecting with you again next week. Thanks again, guys.